Hey guys, how's it going? It's Tyler here, back with another episode of Pokemon Moon, and in today's episode, we're gonna enter Po Town, place I've never been, and things are gonna happen. You want to join Team Skull? Is that a Z-Ring? On the Island Challenge? Wow. So these guys are all people that were on the Island Challenge, but then gave up. Is that actually like legit? All of these people gave up on their Island Challenge? Or is that just like something that he just said? I don't know. I don't. Whatever. Alright, so we got a Drowsy and a Haunter here that we got to battle. That's it. This is a pretty bad matchup, actually, as far as Pokemon go. So I'm going to switch out Cabrawler here into Araquanid, and then Salazzle can hold her own. But I'm gonna also switch out Salazzle into frickin' Toucannon, because then the Haunter can't hit me and Drowsy isn't exactly strong against Toucannon either. So it works. Okay, now we got a better matchup here. Shadow Ball. That's gonna do like nothing. Or we take that statement back, that's gonna do some damage. That won't do much. Alright, so Araquanid can crunch either of them. I should probably get rid of the Haunter first, though. And then we're gonna frickin' Beak Blast the Drowsy, because why not? And because I don't want to hit the Haunter with two different Pokemon, because it will probably die from Araquanid's crunch, so... I mean, I'm assuming it will. If not, then it's going to be severely wounded, so... Yeah, there it goes. It's dead. Although Beak Blast would have just moved over to Drowsy anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, look at that! Toucannon's level 38. My Pokemon are a little over-leveled, I would say, but the difficult battles are still difficult. They're not any easier. All the totem battles so far have been actually a challenge. So, oh well, a slight challenge, I should say. Oh man, he misses Beak Blast. That was a there was a little stutter there, and then I just made it into a joke. So, if you want to make fun of me in the comments, please feel free. Anyway, so this will be over real quick though, because Araquanid, I believe, is faster. Yep, there's the Leech Life, and probably goodbye here. Yeah, and Araquanid's got most of his health back, hopefully. Almost all of it. That's nice. It's a great move now. Leech Life is just so good. Now I got a level 39. Sweet. 107 HP. That's real good. Alright. Everyone got experience. And we're there. If you can't tell by now, I am still sick. I am recording in bulk. So the next, 2 to 3 episodes are probably going to be like this, so yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. Sorry, I apologize for me being sick. I can't really help that though. But it is what it is. I needed to record, so I'm going to record. Alright. Wait, so they're just going to let me in now, or? I was going to say. You there. Alright, who the hell are you, dude? What are you even doing? Okay. Ready to live as Team Skull, ready to take on. You really think you're ready for that? Yeah, of course. I'll have them let you in. Make sure your mains at least get back home. Okay, then. So who the hell is that guy exactly? Is he Guzma's father or something like that? I don't know. Hey look, some Splatoon happened here. Splatoon 2 is a great game, by the way. Real good. Alright, let's forget about this barricade and then move the kid. You're not coming in here unless you find a path through. Okay, so this is... Alright, that's cool. Well, there's a path right there. But I kind of want to just look for items real quick. So we're going to do that. Because there's probably going to be at least one cell in here somewhere and some other items. Alright, here's the Max Repel. I am sorry if I sniffle and stuff. That is just part of having a cold. It really sucks because it's right at the end of summer. So but I'm dealing with it. It's not that big of a deal. See, that was pretty easy, guys. Now they're gonna battle me, that's cool. Or at least one of them is. I don't know about the other one. Probably one after the other. That's not that big of a deal, though. Generally, the grunts are pretty easy in any game, so. Granted, the admins can be pretty difficult, but the grunts are generally easy. Unless it's like a gauntlet of 20 of them in a row. A good look at like Diamond and Pearl or Platinum. Like there's just a gauntlet of those guys while you're going through Mount Coronet towards the end of the story. Like the main storyline. It's crazy. One of my favorite gens though, so if not my favorite gen, I have never really thought about it legitimately. Just kinda offhand, like yeah, it's my favorite gen. I mean, I could talk about it now. I need something to talk about other than the game. So I would say definitely, like, looking at all the gens, the gen that I've played the most is easily 4th generation, because it was my first generation. But I wouldn't say that just because it's my first generation, it's my favorite. It's my favorite generation because it's just good. I don't know. And when I say 4th gen, I mean, like, Pearl Platinum and Diamond Pearl Platinum. There we go. However, even though I've never really played the games, Generation 2 is not my favorite. I'm not getting that point. Going to that point. Generation 2 is easily one of the best Pokemon games because it expanded upon the first game, removing a lot of the glitches, although bringing in quite a few as well. It's still very improved upon the first game, and it had the first game in it essentially, but at a harder difficulty after you beat the original game in Gold Silver. I think that's kind of crazy, but definitely I feel like Generation 2 is probably the best game objectively, like as far as amount of content goes. Although Gen 3 Emerald is pretty crazy in amount of content with the battle frontier. However, the battle frontier is not for everyone. So okay, who do I throw in here? I forgot that he was dark type, poison type, so I kind of died. Araquanid is probably a good choice. But like looking at each of the gens, for me, my opinion, Gen 1 was okay. I enjoyed it for what it is, you know, a game with a lot of bugs. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. She's chewing on her bone. Can't really tell her to stop. Gen 2, I've never really played it, so it can't really be anywhere near my favorites, although I have played Gen 4, Gen 2, the remakes, and that was pretty fun. Gen 3 is probably up there for me. I definitely liked it. My first Gen 3 game was Ruby, and that was like a couple years after I played Pearl, but it was still pretty good. Gen 4 I've already kind of talked about, so okay. Why are you singing it? Can I? Well, we can't pay bills, we got no power. If you give us $10, we'll help you out by healing your team. Sounds good. Alright, well that's cool. Is that it? Is that... Okay, I wanted to explore the Pokemon Center. I like this kind of thing like going on. They took over a town. This is nice. I like this dealio. Nothing's behind the counter though. Alright. Alright. I do like this kind of like idea though, like a team actually took something over for once. I don't know, that's kind of cool to me. They actually accomplished something that they wanted to do for once. And isn't their like goal just to like capture Pokemon or whatever? It's not like anything crazy for once. Okay, I gotta go back through this hole so I can battle those two guys. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay. That's all. It's all good. Anyway, so back to the generation. Sorry, I kind of cut off. My entire train of thought was kind of broken there. Gen 5, it's good story wise, but I found after I beat Generation 5, like Black and White, when Black 2 White 2 came out, I never really played them. I did, but I don't remember beating them. I know my brother absolutely loved those games, but I personally do not even remember beating them. I remember getting to like Nimbasa or whatever the big city is, Castelia, I think, and then stopping playing because I just got bored. Like right after Castelia, I got bored. I don't really know why. I just stopped like that because normally I would have just kept playing even though I was bored. But I mean, the battle system I think was what it was because it seemed really repetitive to me. Even like when I was like 10, whenever the game came out, I don't remember. It was just really repetitive, and I got bored of the battles because it was always the same. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe because I have limited memory of it. Let me see. Yeah, I want that move. So let's see. Toxic I want. So yeah, Dragon Rage can go. Goodbye, Dragon Rage. I don't need you anymore anyways, so. Alright, Venoshock. That's good. And Decidueye level 42. But like, yeah, so Gen 5 is definitely my least favorite generation. Just because I actually got bored while playing it. Not because of the Pokemon designs, which honestly are not the uninspired. They're Pokemon designs. Frickin' if you look at the screen right now, we got a Pokemon that is a crab with freaking gloves on, like essentially boxing gloves on. We got a lizard that's poisonous and fire type. That's not that inspired of a design, like if you just break it down to its basics. And we got a bat that's from Generation 1. Like Generation 1 had some of the most basic designs and some of the best designs. Each generation has those. Like really, it's people who point out Gen 5 for having bad Pokemon design are not unworthy of debating it, but like they don't deserve as much time as the other person who will say, yeah, Gen 5 had some really bad Pokemon designs, but they also had some really good ones. And that's, I don't know, like that's how I feel about it. Like each generation has had some pretty bad Pokemon designs, but there's also some really good ones that stand out. But anyways, so moving on from Gen 5, which is probably my least favorite, Gen 6 was when I finally got back into Pokemon after the Gen 5 drought for me. And I didn't enjoy Gen 6 as much as I feel like I could have. I really kind of, like, I played it as a Pokemon game, but I kind of mapped out my location and everything. I didn't really just play it for what it is in a Pokemon game. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play up to this point, catch that Pokemon, and then train it up to the level that I need to be, and then I'm gonna, you know, battle with that Pokemon. I built a team before I even started playing, kind of like what I did with Sun and Moon here. And it is disappointing to me that I did that with Gen 6, because I feel like Gen 6 I could have enjoyed a lot more. Because of that, though, it is lower on my favorites list. It's definitely not as far as Gen 5 down, but like Gen 6 I feel like I could have liked a lot more. And then I didn't particularly love Oras. It was okay. I played through it like within the first 3 days or whatever, just played through it. But it was okay. It was essentially the, you know, Gen 3, which is what a remake should be. But I don't know, I feel like it didn't do it justice. I mean, it did, but like I feel like there should have been more. Not necessarily that they should have brought the Battle Frontier in, but I feel like they should have done more with the idea. They did a lot, but I don't know. I got bored of it, after I finished it. I didn't continue playing it afterwards. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I beat the game, that's all I want to do, so. And then Gen 7. So far, I've had a pretty okay time with Gen 7. The dialogue in it is definitely not the best thing to have in it. I don't know why I switched into Decidueye here. It's definitely not the best feature of the game by any means. It's probably my least favorite part of it. The amount of dialogue that they have in here is, like, it feels like it's all the generations combined put into one game, as far as amount of dialogue goes. The game itself, it's a Pokemon game, so it's pretty cut and dry. You know, there's battling, there's training, that's about it. And this is while I'm halfway through the game. I haven't even beat the story yet. But, like, it's okay. Like, it's about the same as Gen 6. I kind of built a team before I started playing. A lot of the Pokemon in Gen 6 and Gen 7 I absolutely do love. I love the designs. However, I just feel like I'm not getting as much out of it as I could have if I just played the game normally, like I did when I was a kid, just kind of not knowing what was there. And that's how I plan on doing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I mean, I've already played through Alola here. I'm gonna be done playing through it by the time the game comes out. But when when Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon comes out, I'm planning on just playing it, because they obviously are changing quite a few things in the game. Game Freak and Pokemon Company, whatever. They're changing quite a few features in the game, and they're gonna make it essentially. Ooh, wait. Yes, a new game. And I am excited for it to a point. All I really want is better frame rate for the frickin' what is it? I want better frame rate for the battles for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But other than that, if I had to rank my favorite generations of Pokemon, it would be Gen 4 at the top easily, probably Gen 3 second, third would probably be Gen 1, just because of what it is. Like, I don't know, it's an anomaly in the games. Like, out of the games, it's really, really glitchy, but it's Pokemon at its core. And I feel like that's, you know, it's Pokemon. My fourth favorite would probably have to be Gen 6. The fifth favorite would be Gen 7. Oh, well, actually, now that I say that, fourth would probably be... No, Gen 6, definitely. And then Gen 7, Gen 2, and then Gen 5. Like I said, I've never played Gen 2, so I can't really have that much of an opinion on it. But personally, I do feel like it is one of the best Pokemon games just because of the amount of content in it. As well as Gen 3 Emerald had a lot of content, which is good. But I think like offhand, without thinking about it too much, that is about my favorites list. I think if I had to guess, that'd be my favorite. I do know that Gen 4 would definitely be up at the top, but I'm not sure about the rest of them. But so I guess if you wanted me to do top 10s, there you go. There's top 7 gens. Yeah, that's like an unofficial top 7, I guess, but it's there if you're interested in that kind of stuff from me. But as far as, by the way, as far as top 10s go, I don't plan on doing those unless there's like a high demand for me to do one, because I don't feel like I'd be able to put a list together of my top 10 favorite things. It's just kind of weird, I don't know. Like, it's kind of difficult. Ooh, an ice stone. That's kind of nice to know where that is. Is there really anything back here? Or is that okay? Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'm not very good at it. Like, I don't know. It definitely took me a while just now to do it, but can I go in? Yes, I can go in these doors. Okay. I'm assuming that this is like a big kind of hotel dealy here, but I don't know. Can I talk to this guy or? No, I can't. Okay, well, that's cool. There's gonna be a lot of battles in here too. So yeah, let's... What is this? Beat up. Okay. Thank you. Let's battle her real quick. She was pretty easy. Alright, is there something in this door? Yes, there is. Okay. Guzma never got his earring as a sort of handicap because he's too strong. That's not true. Okay, well, she didn't give me the notification even. Alright. The full courses of Pokemon moves. Alright, let's do that. Okay, I beat her. She said something about a full course. What do you gotta say? Alright. So you collected a bunch of... So he's got bug Pokemon, huh? Thank you for that information, my good sir. Is there something back here? There must be, because you have to go through an entire set of doors. This month's secret team skull is Tapu Koko. Remember, a true Team Skull member always butts heads and answers with a hearty no. Alright. So we got Team Coco and Beat Up. So wait. Which one's which then? I don't even freaking know. That one says Team Coco over there. This one over here says Beat Up. Does this one say week or something? No, that one says month. Well, which one freaking is it? You can't give me two passwords and set me off like that. Alright, well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna go through the rest of this building here, and hopefully get a little further than that. But that is gonna be it for today's episode. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.